nie 'n foto van hy dier geneem het nie.
Dis korrek, heer.
That is correct, my lady.
Look at, not to waste time with photos, 48, 49 and 50.
Kyk nou na 49 tot 50. Het meneer het.
Okay, dan.
Hy het.
Die
What
foto's.
would they show?
Wat wys dit?
Foto's 46, 47 en 48 toon die deur wat gebreek is aan die onderkant met die slotmeganisme.
Those photos, my lady, show the broken door, as well as the slaughter. So
Ja,
that is what?
die slotmeganisme waar hy gebreek is.
As well as the mechanism from where it was broken, my lady.
And again, the same reason.
En die reer is nog steeds dieselfde as die vorige foto's.
Dis korrek, heer.
That is correct, my lady.
Just bear with me for a second. I'll just look for the photo. Photo 91.
Foto 91.
Sorry, photo 94 would be a better example. Photo
94.
94. What is that?
Wat is dit nie?
Dis plank, heer.
Hoe sê meneer, wat is dit?
'n Plank.
Is the panel
Piece
of the
of
door.
wood.
Hy sê dit is 'n stuk hout, a piece of wood,
Dit is van die paneel van die deur. Dis
from the
korrek.
panel of the door, my lady.
Why did you take that photo?
Hoekom het dit nie hier hy foto geneem?
Omdat die planke op die badkamervloer gelê het en dit vir my belangrik was om dit in hierdie posisie te fotografeer.
Because the splinters were lying on the bathroom floor and I deemed it necessary to take photos of them lying around on the floor inside the bathroom.
But 94, all that you see is the door. You don't see it if it can be moved, and even if it was moved, you won't know it. You just see a door.
Maar op 94
Or a panel
is
of
maar
the
net
door.
die deur. Is net die deur wat nie kon gesleep word. Dit is maar net 'n paneel van die deur.
Dis korrek, is net 'n paneel.
Which
That is correct, it's just a panel, my lady.
looks the same to me as the damage on the door to the entrance. Not the same damage, but the damaged door.
Maar hy sê vir hom lyk dit asof dieselfde as die beskadigde deur is.
Nee, dit is nie dieselfde.
It's not the same, my lady.
You also can't change that in your
Maar
view,
dit
as
kan
you
iemand
can't
ook nie
change the
verander nie.
damage to the door to the entrance of the bedroom.
Jy kan nie daai beskadiging op die kamerdeur verander nie, sowel as die beskadiging op die paneel nie, nee.
Dit kan, heer.
It can, my lady.
And the same with the entrance door to the bedroom. You can't
Is dit
change
dieselfde
that.
as die kamerdeur? Kan jy dit verander?
Nee, heer, die kamerdeurs kan nie geskei word nie.
No, my lady, the bedroom door cannot be shifted or moved.
Why did Colonel Mota leave the scene?
Hoekom het kan hulle nota die toneel verlaat?
Soos ek gesê het, heer, toe ek terugkom van buite die woning af,
As I said, my lady, upon my return from outside,
is dit aan my gesê dat kolonel Motwa die vuurwapen hanteer het en beveilig het.
I was informed that Colonel Mota handled the firearm and put it on safe, my lady.
And what did you do about that?
En wat het u daarvan gedoen?
Ek het hom aangespreek en berispe
I spoke to him, my lady, and reprimanded him
en ek het gevra dat hy maar eerder die toneel moet verlaat.
and requested him to either vacate the premises or the scene, my lady.
What is his rank?
Wat is sy rang?
Kolonel, julle,
He's the colonel.
Your rank?
En u rang?
adjutant-offisier.
Warrant officer.
Now, I want you to go to photo 310.
Meneer, ga naar foto 310. U alsjeblieft.
Net die indikasie van die album.
The indication of the photo album. Which photo album number is it?
It's 310, it will come onto the screen.
300.
We gaan het nou op de scherm
310.
plaatsen. 310. 3 en 0.
Het hom hierle.
I have it, my lady.
What is it that you see there?
Wat alles zien meneer?
Eerder dit is kabels, kragkabels wat rond lê.
Electric cables lying around.
'n waier,
A fan.
boeke op die kassie,
Books on the
'n bedside
on the bedside table.
'n tissue pakkie,
A plastic tissue bag.
remotes
Remotes.
en 'n CD.
A CD.
Why did you take that photo?
Hoekom het meneer daai foto geneem?
Die foto is geneem om die posisie van die twee bewysstukke wat ek uitgemerk het aan te toon.
The photo was taken so that to depict the exhibits, the two exhibits I marked.
Which two were they?
Wat twee is dat?
Dit sal die tissue sakkie wees
That will be the tissue bag.
en dan bewysstuk U wat op 'n stiker aangetoon word tussen die kabels.
As well as exhibit E, my lady, which is depicted.
U
U, which is within the cables or inside the cables.
Well, the tissue box, was that disturbed when you
Was-
took the photo? Was it previously disturbed?
Was het gestuurd toen meneer foto's en iemand daar tissue zakje?
Was it moved?
Was het geskeef?
voor ek die foto geneem het? Of-
Ja, voor meneer die foto geneem het, waar is hy tissue zakje geskeef?
Voor hierdie betrokke foto eerlik, ek wil net duidelikheid kry of die eerste keer toe ek die sakkie
Are you
gefotografeer het.
referring to the same photo or the first time when I took photos of this tissue bag?
Let me help you. I understand you took that photo to get a photo of two exhibits. The one is
Meneer,
the
u sê
tissue
volgens
box.
u verduidelijken. U die foto geneem want u wou daai twee bewysstukke getoon het, wat die tissue zakje is en die bewysstuk wat bewysstuk u is wat tussen die kamers is.
Dis korrek
Dat-
eerlik?
Dit is correct, my lady.
What is it that you wanted to show about the tissue?
Wat wou u gewys het oor die tissue zakje? Oor die
Eerlik,
snassie zakje?
dis net 'n bewysstuk wat ek versamel het.
It's just an exhibit which I collected, my lady.
Before I move on, the bedding on that bed in the main bedroom, what was that?
Voor ons nou voorgaan, wat was die berggoed bo op die bed? Wat en wat was het?
Dit was 'n laken
It was a sheet,
en kussings met kussingslope.
pillows with pillowcases.
How many pillows?
Hoeveel kussens was dat?
Laat my net seker maak.
Yeah,
Let me
out
just
of
make
your
sure.
memory.
As ek reg is, was daar 4.
If I'm correct, there were 4 pillows, my lady.
And their positions.
En hulle posisies?
Hulle was almal aan die bokant van die bed.
They were all at the top part of the bed, my lady. At the head end of the bed, on top of the bed,
Geskuif.
but shifted, moved around.
That all you can remember?
Is dit al wat meneer kan onthou?
Dis korrek hier.
That is correct, my lady.
If I ask you to go to photo 56, that's in your first album.
Meneer gaan naar foto nummer 56, die eerste album.
That's the same scene as 310 that I've just shown you, but just
Ja.
different on the floor.
Dis dieselfde toneel as daai vorige foto wat ons tans gesien het, nee, van die goed wat op die vloer gelê het.
Dis korrek, julle.
Dit is correct, my lady.
And if I may ask the court on the photo bundle to have photo 56, just separate, and then I want to go back to 310, that you can compare. If you can go back, if you will, warrant, just in your file, keep 56 available, and if we may go back then to photo 310.
Is ready.
Dis reg vir julle.
Now understand, photo 310 was taken on the 16th of February.
Ja, 310 was op die 16de van Februarie geneem, nee.
Dis korrek, julle.
Correct, my lady.
How does it happen that there's such a great disturbance of that scene?
Hoekom is daar sulke baie groot verskeuring ten opsigte van die toneel as hier foto 310 op die 16de van Februarie geneem het?
Here, dit is de verduideliking van die ondersoek van die toneel. Dat bewysstukke gefotografeer word en versamel word.
My lady, to explain, when exhibits are found, photos of them are being taken, they are being collected, en wat nog?
Dit is net deel van die ondersoek. Hoe
It's just part of the investigation, my lady.
That disc, that CD or the disc lying there, where does that come from?
En waar komt die disk vandaan? Daar waar daar rond ligt. Waar komt het vandaan?
eerlik kan nie op die stadium sê waar kom dit vandaan nie. As ek reg kan onthou, was dit onder die bed.
My lady, I can't say at that stage as to from where does this disk come from. But if I remember correctly, this disk was underneath the bed.
Who took it out underneath the bed and placed it there?
Nee, wie het onder die bed uitgehaald en het daar gebeuren?
Dit kan ek nie beantwoord nie, ek weet nie julle.
My lady, I can't respond to that question. I do not know.
Who took the remote and put it sort of onto or right next to the tissue box?
Meneer, wie daai remote langs die
If you compare the two, 56 to 310.
As jy nou 310 en 59 en 56 vergelyk.
Kan dit nie beantwoord nie eerlik, ek weet nie.
I also can't respond to that question, my lady. I do not know.
Who moved the fans? Do you know that?
Meneer, wie die waier geskuif?
Weet nie eerlik.
I do not know, my lady.
You took a photo, if you can assist me, of a magazine on the left bedside table.
Meneer kan sien aan die
Can you-
bed.
I know it's a difficult question, I'll try to find it.
Dankie.
Can you remember which photo that was?
Onthou jy nog watter foto was dit? Daai boekrak wat aan die linkerkant van die bed gewees het met boeke op. Watter foto was dit?
Met boeke op.
Ja.
Julle is nie aan die linkerkant van die bed nie, is aan die regterkant van die
My
bed.
lady, it's not on the left hand side of the bed. It's on the right hand side.
What is your left and what is your right?
Meneer, wat is die
If you
regterkant en
face
wat
the
is
bed,
die
I understand it
regterkant as jy
depends
nou na die
if you lie on the bed or if you stand at the foot end of the bed and look at the bed.
As jy nou aan die voete van die bed staan nee, en na die bed kyk, watter is die regterkant en watter is die linkerkant?
Eerlik, ek het in my fotoalbums in die fotos beskryf. My regterkant is a scene from the foot end of the bed.
My lady, I did indicate in the photo album that I regard my left hand side on the photo albums like when I'm standing at the foot end of the bed.
So that's the right hand side.
Dis nou die regterkant.
Dis korrek.
Which side was the
my lady.
magazine?
En aan waterkant van die bed was die tydskrifte.
Nee, die magasyn.
Ja, die
I'm sorry,
Die magasyne.
let me help you. I think we're not talking about the same thing. Go to photo 74.
Gaan na foto, watter nommer?
74?
74?
I'm sorry, I understand what you mean,
Ja.
but we're talking about different things.
74.
Hierdie foto julle.
I have the photo, my lady.
Can you see what that is, that magazine there?
Meneer sien nie daai tydskrif dat.
Kan nie julle?
I can, my lady.
And that's on the left side of the bed.
Dis aan die linkerkant van die bed.
Dis korrek julle.
That is correct, my lady.
And what is it?
Wat is dat?
Like for a sports person.
Soos iemand wat sport skiet. 'n Sportpersoon. Wat is dit?
Ja, dit is 'n tydskrif. Ek weet nie waaroor dit gaan nie, maar dis 'n persoon wat swem nou.
It is a magazine, my lady. I do not know what it's all about, but it's in connection with somebody who's swimming.
I'm not going to again show the photos of the sandals, but you see them.
Ek gaan nou nie weer vir meneer die foto's van die sandale wys nie.
We see them in 3 positions.
Maar ons sien dit nou
positions.
op 3 verskillende posisies.
One standing together, one split apart.
Op 'n stadium is hulle saam daar
With the gym
gebeur.
bag.
Op 'n stadium is hulle
What's the
van
third
mekaar
position?
afgeplaas.
Sorry. What's the third position?
With the gym bag.
With the gym bag.
Gym bag, my lady. Thank you, my lady.
Ten opsigte van die jumpsak.
Dis korrek julle.
That is correct, my lady.
Who moved them every time for a photo to be
Meneer, wie skuif hulle elke slag wanneer hulle wanneer daar foto's geneem word? Wie skuif dit so rond?
Julle die plakkies, weet ek nie wie dit geskuif nie.
My lady, I do not know who shifted or who moved the sandals around,
Die sportsak het ek wel geskuif.
but I moved or shifted the jump bag.
What I'm trying to understand, you took the photos of it. You took the photos of the sandals together, you took a photo of the sandals apart, and you took a photo of the sandals at the sport bag.
Meneer, u het foto's van die platjies saamgevat, geneem toe hulle saam gewees het en toe hulle apart gewees het en ook foto's geneem van die jumpsak.
What I'm trying to understand as
Correct,
an
my lady.
official police photographer, understand taking a photo of a position of some item that it was originally in. But when it's moved, why take a photo of that
Hy sê hy
without
gestaan
any inscription?
as 'n amptelike polisiefotograaf. U is veronderstel om iets te vat in sy oorspronklike posisie.
Dis
Dan
korrek.
kan jy foto's neem. Hoekom neem jy nou foto's as daai bewysstuk nou uitmekaar gebeur of as dit geskryf word? Hoekom is dit nou nog steeds nodig om foto's daarvan te neem sodra dit nou geskryf is?
Julle net om aan te toon dat die bewysstukke wel geskuif is en dit mag in die foto voorkom, die betrokke bewysstukke waar dit geskuif is, maar dit mag wees dat ek op 'n ander objek of op 'n ander bewysstuk gefokus het, maar dat die bewysstuk wat geskuif is wel in die foto voorkom.
Just to indicate that that exhibit was found where it was found and that it had been moved or shifted, or on some occasions, my lady, it so happens that I could have been focusing on another object upon taking those photos, even if that exhibit could have been shifted.
Did you unpack the contents of the gym bag to take a photo of that?
Meneer, het u die inhouds van daai jumpbag uitgehaal om foto's daarvan te neem?
Op die toneel, op
At the
julle?
scene? At the scene?
Anytime?
Op enige tyd?
Op die toneel nee julle,
Not at the scene, my lady,
later ja julle.
but at a later stage, yes.
And at the scene when things were moved around, why did you not take a photo there?
Op die toneel toe goed nou rondgeskryf word, hoekom het meneer nie die inhouds van daai jumpsak uitgehaal nie?
Eerlik in die eerste foto's sal dit aandui as daar 'n foto wat ek geneem het van die bokant van die sportsak.
Okay.
Wat die
My
inhoud
lady,
net
in
in-
the first album, one will see a photo of all the contents taken from the top regarding the contents inside the jump bag. Yeah.
En verder was dit nie vir my nodig gewees hier om die contents van daai sportsak uit te pak en
And later, it wasn't necessary for me to unpack the contents of that jump bag, my lady.
Will you please go, Warren, to photo 116?
Meneer, kom ons gaan 1160.
If you can describe what you see on that photo.
Beskryf die toneel op die foto meneer.
Dit sal 'n foto wees van die badkamer of die toiletdeur, ekskuus, die toiletdeur.
My lady saw a photo of the toilet door.
If you look at that photo, you will see that there must have been hard. You see the colouring on the wood of the door in line with the tiles where the tiles started to drop off.
As meneer kan na die foto kyk, sal meneer kan sien dis moeilik om na die vuur van die toiletdeur te sien, veral die oggend daar waar die teels afgekom het.
Why did you not take a close-up photo of that mark?
Hy sê hoekom moet meneer nie 'n naby foto van hy deur geneem nie?
Eerlik, ekskuus, ek vra net weer, ek verstaan nie die vraag nie.
My lady, I don't understand the advocate's question.
Can you see a mark on the left hand, close to the bottom of the door?
Kan meneer hy merk sien aan die linkerkant van die onderkant van die badkamerdeur. Daar waar die sterkie aan
Die witmerk, ja julle.
I see that white mark, my lady.
Can you see how it is in line with where the tiles, more or less in line
Kan
with the
meneer
tiles
sien,
started to
hoe is
fall
dit
off?
in lyn met die teels wat afkom?
Ek kan nie eerlik.
I can you, my lady.
Wag net tot die advokaat klaar gepraat het.
My lady is just requesting me to wait up until the advocate had finished talking.
Could you just repeat
So it
that?
shall be done.
You've got the question.
Antwoord die vraag.
Why did you not take a close-up of that, of the damage to that door?
Hoekom het nie 'n foto van hy beskuldigde deur gevat nie?
Is it a damage or is it a mark?
The mark, man.
Die merk.
Yes.
Eerlik, die foto wat daar aangetoon word, wys toon vir my die teel en die beskadiging op die deur.
My lady, the photo depicts the damage as well as the damage on the door, as well as the tile itself.
Photo 67.
Foto 67.
Okay, Tomele.
I have it, my lady.
I understand a blood stain inside of the watch box. Why did you not take a wider lens to get at the same time a close-up of all the watches?
Ons sien nou die bloedsmeer op die houer, dis nou die houer die tekstel nie van die horlosies. Hoekom het meneer nie naby foto met 'n reël lens geneem nie?
Eerlik, ekskuus, ek kon net reg verstaan. 'n Weier foto wat meer
wider
diep
lens.
is.
Do you want me to take a wider photo?
Eerlik, ergens in die album, ons moet hom net soek gou.
Photo 61, that's from a distance.
Somewhere in the photo, we must just look
61.
quickly for that photo. 61.
Dis korrek eerlik, is daar 'n foto wat 'n weier.
That is correct, my lady. There is a wider photo.
I was looking for a close-up photo like
Ons kan naby in
67 with
wat
the
naby
wider
is. Which number is that?
61, 67.
67. 67.
67.
I'm looking for a close-up photo like that of the watches as well, all the watches.
Wat bietjie naby is om al die horlosies te toon.
Die een wat aangetoon word is foto 61 en ons sal net moet kyk of daar wel 'n foto is van waar die horlosies nader afgeneem is.
My lady, the one that is depicted that is on photo number 61, we just have to look for those are photos where the watches are more visible.
According to you, when did watches go missing?
Volgens u, wanneer
I watch
daar
your watches.
horlosies vermis geraak?
Hier ons moet net na die tyd tydsduur van die fotos kyk waar dit in die kassie aangetoon word wat
My
al die
lady, we
horlosies
must just
daar
look
is.
at the duration of the time when this watch is displayed in their container.
En dan die foto wat geneem is waar een horlosie die vermis word.
As well as the photo that was taken of the watch which went missing.
En 'n foto van die horlosiekassie waar 2 horlosies weg is.
As well as a photo of the watch container from which 2 watches went missing.
Warren, may I ask you this indulgence? If you could, during the lunch adjournment, just get that right, that we don't have to go through this process.
Jy gaan
of
nog
court.
meer vrae, dis nou meneer se huiswerk wat ons tydens middagete. Gaan nie hier al die foto's want ons sal nie genoeg tyd kan hê om al dit te doen nie.
Homeworks may be a tough word, but and if you could also, we will make available the Colonel Motta's photos. Please check the metadata and to make sure that the times given to you would be correct.
Ja, as meneer Kolonel Motta se foto's kyk net na die meterdata van die tye wat aangedui word op die foto's.
And also go through the process to compare it with the times that you were in the bathroom
En die
with these
proses om
photos in
dit
the bathroom.
vergelyk
And
met die
bedroom.
tye wat toe meneer die foto's geneem het terwyl meneer in die badkamer gewees het.
Is reg hier
Staan meneer. Staan stand up on my lady. I will do so.
Will it be a convenient time, Eleni?
Before we take adjournment, that will also assist re-examination if, whilst he's going through Motta's photos, if he could check if he's on any of them.
If you could check.
If he is on any of Motta's photos. He has to go through Colonel Motta's photos.
Yes.
If he can also check if he could see himself on any of those photos, that will assist with the re-examination.
You mean if he had anything to do with those
No,
photos?
no. If Van Staden is visible on any of Motta's photos.
Oh.
Ja, meneer moet ook vaststellen of meneer ook in meneer Motta se foto's verskyn. Staan mos nie.
Reg eerlik, soos goed maak.
Fine my lady, I will do so.
Thank you very much.
The splinters were lying on the bathroom floor and I deemed it necessary to take photos of them lying around on the floor inside the bathroom.
But 94, all that you see is the door. You don't see it if it can be moved, and even if it was moved, you won't know it. You just see a door.
Maar op 94
Or a panel
is
of
maar
the
net
door.
die deur. Is net die deur wat nie kon geskei word. Dit is maar net 'n paneel van die deur.
Dis korrek, is net 'n paneel.
That is correct, it's just a panel, my lady.
Looks the same to me as the damage on the door to the entrance. Not the same damage, but the damaged door.
Maar hy sê vir hom lyk dit asof dieselfde nie 'n foto van hy deur geneem het nie.
Dis korrek hier.
That is correct, my lady.
Look at, not to waste time on photos 48, 49 and 50.
Kyk nou na 49 tot 50. Het meneer het.
Okay, dan.
Hy het hom.
Okay, die
What
foto's.
would they show?
Wat weet?
Be a better example.
94.
94. What is that?
Wat is dit meneer?
Dis plankkeerdele,
Hoe sê meneer, wat is dit?
'n plank.
Is the panel
Piece
of the
of
door.
wood.
Hy sê dit is 'n stuk hout, a piece of wood
Dit is van die paneel van die deur. Dis
from the
korrek.
panel of the door, my lady.
Why did you take that photo?
Hoekom het meneer hy foto geneem?
Omdat die planke op die badkamer vloer gelê het en dit vir my belangrik was om dit in hierdie posisie te fotografeer.
Is dit?
Foto's 46, 47 en 48 toon die deur wat gebreek is aan die onderkant met die
Those
slotmeganisme.
photos, my lady, show the broken door, as well as die slotte.
Ja,
As well
die slotmeganisme waar hy gebreek is.
as well as the mechanism from where it was broken, my lady.
And again, the same reason.
En die rede is nog steeds dieselfde as die vorige foto's.
Dis korrek eerlik.
That is correct, my lady.
Could you just bear with me for a second? I'll just look for the photo. Photo 91.
Foto 91.
I'm sorry, photo 94.